Okay, so there's a need for you to seek some kind of legal advice, and a need for you to also have some strategic planning and get some sound financial advice as well. And you're going through a lot of unnecessary worry and anxiety at the moment. So seek some legal advice, get some financial advice, and that should, allay all your fears or all your worries that you're going through at this particular moment. So you've dealt with a very emotionally charged situation, and I hope you didn't lose your temper, because you need not to lose your temper. And, you needed to also effectively manage your time. So you're procrastinating a lot, not getting things done. So a need for you to be organized. So it seems like all these cards are talking about getting organized and, getting some advice as well. So going into the future, a need for to budget. So you might be overspending as well. That is why you probably do need to get some financial advice and put some financial plans in place as well. And declutter and organization seems to be the theme as well. So get yourself in order. You need to sort things out. It's come to the point where, they're starting to have effect on your life, or they're starting to, things are starting to go wrong because you are a bit disorganized, or, there's too much of clutter around. Even if it's clutter of your time, it's important for you to get things sorted out. So those are the energies for those 2 weeks. Okay, so it seems like you've begun a brand new project over here. You've got the Ace of Wands over here. So something new has come into play. You've started off something new, and it looks like it's starting to take root. So you've got all these leaves growing on this rod, on this wand. You're communicating this idea to a lot of people, and it's still, it might be in the infancy stage right now. So it's starting to take off. You got the rays of the sun coming out. So you've had to do a lot of hard work. There might have been a lot of problems in the conception of this particular project, or the conception of this idea, but it's starting to take off at the moment, and you're now communicating it to a lot of people. You can see there's some growth happening over here. So you're starting to see some results from whatever project you've now launched. Now, what's going on around you? You've got the Death card over here. So whatever you had gone through in the past, you seem to have cut it, or you want to cut it out from your life and walk away from it. It might be something that has not been serving you too well, and you have decided to let it go. So it might be something, maybe it's an old job. It could be an old kind of financial situation that you were going through. There was a lot of confusion, and, you were not sure about what to do. So you've decided to cut it off. Maybe there was some kind of crisis, and there was a lot of things that were lost during this particular project. It didn't go to plan. You are deciding to cut your losses and move forward, really. Now, you seem to be going into some kind of partnership with somebody that you've known in the past. So this might be an old friend, an old business partner that you've had, or somebody that you've decided to launch a new plan with. They seem to have a little more expertise in something that you want to do, and you want to work together with them to make this plan go to fruition. So whatever new project you are starting on, or new venture, you are starting off with somebody that you've worked with before, and you worked well together. Whatever you completed in the past was very established, and you realize that if you work with this person, whatever you're launching now is going to be a success. So you're cutting your losses from something in the past, and you're moving forward. So you, in the past year or so, you have been working with somebody, and this has been a very good partnership. And maybe this is the reason why. Maybe you're going back to this person and working again with them. So this might be the same person that you're going to be working with on this new project. And you all seem to be getting along pretty well, or you're on the same page. So you've got the Two of Pentacles over here, and this is about organization, and this is what the previous energy read said. You needed to get yourself organized, and it seems like in this card over here, you've been trying to do this for this last few months. You've also been getting your finances in order, making sure that you have adequate. You can see there is that faithful friend over here who's giving you assistance, and you are launching things. You want to make it into something international as well. So that's been on the cards for the last year. So you're getting things in order, getting the finances in order, sorting things out, maybe having to do two things at one time So usually this is about juggling money or juggling a job, another job. So you could be doing another project at the moment and starting this new one as well, but working with this person that you've worked with before. And it seems like, you are going to be working well together, and you will produce something very good. And, you'll know each other's, the way each other works. So, you all are well on the same page, really. So on your mind is about, it's work. You're very focused on this work, and you might have some people that you're training up at the moment as well while you're doing this project. But you're pretty much collaborating with people, getting your information across, and almost teaching as well on the job, and then learning as well. So this particular project is on your mind. You're very, very focused on it, and you seem to be a bit of an expert as well on this particular project. So you're quite good at what you do, and you're very expertise as well. So you're now gearing your mind to that particular job or that particular project, and you're moving away from things that were didn't work out. So any kind of drama that you had in the past, any kind of project that didn't work, it seems like you are making that clean cut and moving away from it. So if it didn't work out, you're saying, well, it didn't work out, and now I'm ready to start something new. This is the Six of Swords, and this is taking your ideas and moving on, and working. You can see again working with somebody. So the two of you are going to be doing this particular project. You'll have both got these ideas. It's very stable, and it's going to get you places as well. So this project may also involve a lot of travel. So this is travel over water, so this could be something international. So you might be launching this project onto the international front as well. So you might be going global with this particular project, and you've got this person that you trust quite a bit to have your back, and you're working pretty well with that person. And you've got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is going to be a very, very slow project. It's going to be a lot of hard work, and you're going to be very, very focused on it. You got to be very, very meticulous about facts and details as well on this project. So make sure that you are doing your research and you've got everything, all your plans in place before you start off anything. So you've got the Ten of Swords. So something happened in the previous project, and you can see with the Ten of Swords, it was some kind of crisis situation. It didn't work out at all. There was a lot of demands. Maybe you weren't able to produce what you wanted to produce, and it just did not work out at all. And so it looks like you've let that go completely. You realize that you can't resurrect what happened, or you can't change what happened, so it's time to just move on. There might have been a lot of criticism about what you did. There might have been a lot of deception that was involved. A lot of things were not brought to light. Maybe people let you down, and you didn't expect them to. So, there was a lot of, it wasn't very nice. It wasn't a nice thing to have been worked in. And, you couldn't even defend yourself against, what had happened. It went awfully wrong. And now you've decided to just let it go. And you've got people, because this is the card about what people see around you see, and what the world sees, and they see that this was a complete failure, and so you have decided to just cut those losses and move on. You're not even going to look back. For both these cards, you're not looking back at what had happened. You are going to just be moving on. So whatever that was, the Ten of Swords, you can see with the Six of Swords over here, they are sailing away from it. You are moving it. So maybe in that particular place, that project was not viable, and so you're taking it and taking those ideas away. You can see she's carrying the swords away. So whatever ideas you may have put in, or whatever resources you put into that particular project that didn't work, you're taking lessons from it, and you're moving away to go and start something brand new. And you're very confused about what to do. So you do have decisions to make. You're not sure what to do. Maybe, what had happened in the past is still has its effects on what you're doing now. Maybe it's something similar that you're doing in a different place. But you are pretty worried that it's not going to work out. And you're worried whether you're making the right decisions now. So whatever you're doing, you're going to be launching it out. So you can see this is a successful launching of that particular project, and that's going off internationally. So I think this is that you're going global with this particular thing. And this is the Three of Swords, putting out your message maybe over the internet, getting yourself advertised, getting yourself seen, and launching in a big way as well. So you are putting out this, and you've got a lot of confidence that it's going to be very successful. You are worried. You can see very, very worried, a bit, not very clear about what the outcome is going to be with this Moon card. It's a very stressful situation, with the Moon card, but you've got to wait for things to happen. They're not going to be overnight successes. It's going to take some time, especially with this Knight of Pentacles. Whatever you're putting out there is going to take some time, and it's going to need a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication. But you are being guided with the Star card. So you need to get rid of all those negative emotions that you've accumulated from the past projects that didn't work out. You are being guided. You've got the star over there, and this is lighting up that crown chakra over there. So that means that you are getting divine guidance. You're getting divine messages, and you need to follow your gut instinct. A Cancer is a very, very psychic sign, and it is a sign that you instinctively know what to do. So get rid of that negativity, open up yourself, and be positive and be optimistic. The star always says, it counsels to be optimistic and see the positive side of things and have positive affirmations in order for this to be a success. So, it looks like it's going to be success. It's going global because there's a lot of stars in the sky over here. You're reaching out to a lot of people, and it looks like this project is going to be something of success. So I think these worries that you have are really unfounded. So whatever you're leaving behind and launching out now looks like it is going to be a success, and you are working with somebody who's very reliable, very loyal, very faithful, and you have worked with this person before, and it seems like you'll work well together. So it looks like it's going to be a success. So these cards are the Think and Grow Rich Prosperity cards, and therefore inspiration and oracle as well. And these are the Fairy Tarot cards. So let's look at these. The Fortune cards, it says fortunes, and it says ideas are the beginning points of all fortunes. Ideas are projects of the imagination. So this idea that you're launching is going to bring you your fortune, because it is the beginning of a fortune. So you're starting off something that looks like it's going to be quite successful. You need to find the direction, and one state of mind is subject to control and direction. So you have to think positively and make sure that you have proper plans in place, so that you have goals that you set, that you achieve, and you're working towards a direction rather than just winging it. So it's not nice to just be bouncing about in the dark. So it looks like abundance is coming in. So this is going to be very successful. Whatever you're launching is going to produce a lot of abundance and a lot of success. Now, in the Fairy Tarot Oracle read, you've got the Lovers. So there's a choice that you have to make. And, if you're feeling a bit unwell, as it says, good health will return. So you are being faced with some kind of difficult choice. You can see over here with the Seven of Cups, you have got a lot of choices that you have to make. And, it's a bit confusing about what to do. And with the Lovers card, it's also making a choice. Now, the Lovers card always counsels make a choice based on emotions. So do something that you're passionate about. Whatever you choose, make sure you're passionate about the outcome. And that is how you make your choice with the Lovers card. Whereas with the Two of Swords, it's a logical choice. But this card counsels about making a choice based on passion. Then you've got the Four of Winter over here. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, a need for more sleep and rest. So although you have this choice to make, it seems like you're very, very stressed out with this Four of Winter, and you might need to take a little bit of a break. So a break in the sense of take a little bit of a vacation, take a little bit of the downtime, take a weekend away, get some new perspective, and then make the decision. So that's how you're going to have to make this decision. And the last card is the Queen of Autumn, which says, be practical with respect to how you proceed. The ability to do anything and make anything more beautiful, meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. So you are going to be working with this person. This person that you're working with is somebody that's going to help you materialize this particular vision. So you're going to manifest with this person. But while you're doing it, even with this page, this Knight of Pentacles, you need to be practical. So it's very important to be grounded and be very practical and have expectations that are realistic so that you don't go off course. And like I said, abundance is coming to you. And, it's important. It says here, we have to create definite plans for acquiring this. So you have to make sure that in order for you to acquire the abundance that is coming to you, you have a plan in place. And it's a very practical plan in order for you to proceed. But with the Star card in the end over there and this light shining above, whatever project you have is going to shine out. So it's going to be very, very successful. So you have to get rid of all these negative emotions. You can see this person is throwing it out from these cups, and have positive affirmations that whatever you do is going to be sound, and have a good plan in place. That is important.